Hi everyone. Okay, so today we're going to look into career. You can watch this reading regardless if you identify with being jobless, employed, or you are an entrepreneur. We are going to really deep dive into what is happening at the moment, and then we're going to follow it up with what will happen. You've got three beautiful images in front of you. You're going to go with the one that you feel the most gravitated towards, and please note that you can pause the video. I will give 10 seconds to choose, and that countdown will start now. Okay, so if you have chosen doorway 1, let's get into your reading. We're going to talk to those that are jobless, and please note, timestamps will be in the description box. You can hop to, where you fit in with this reading. But please also note, if you identify with being in more than one, category, watch both of those categories so that you can maximize the benefit of this reading, okay? So jobless, those that are unemployed, what do they need to know right now? Actually, no, what is happening? What's the situation? What's the situation? We're going to channel everybody who's watching in group 1, those that are unemployed. What do they need to know about what's happening right now? Or, let me get an idea of what's happening right now. What is happening right now with those that are unemployed who have chosen doorway 1? Okay, I'm kind of sensing frustration with this group. There's two groups actually that I'm sensing something around, because I feel like there are some that are unemployed but are actually okay with being unemployed. But let me talk to the group that I feel like right now are not exactly happy. There are some people I feel like who are really actively trying to put themselves out there, take action, are taking action with the King of Wands. But I just feel like with the backstabber card, it's like, this is not going to plan. This is not going to plan whatsoever. I do feel like maybe some of you are also jobless because maybe someone did backstab you. Maybe you felt like you had to go because the whole environment was toxic and it felt like you were just being backstabbed daily, okay? I've got this loan denied card, and I don't know that it's necessarily in regards to a loan. I feel like you also are getting a lot of rejection, okay? So if you are applying, I feel like there's a lot of really thick skin here. Like this group is being called to have thick skin because it's just maybe not going, according to plan or how you would like it. But it's interesting because there could be some frustration with the King of Wands. Like, I'm doing all the things I need to do. I'm putting myself out there. Why is this happening? I even feel like with the King of Wands, you could think about yourself that you are a good candidate. King of Wands is a very talented, individual. Maybe even, you're holding out for a particular position and you really don't want to go into that area where you're starting to lower now your standards, okay? But a lot of you could be really worried about that ship sailing with the ship card, missing the boat on something. There could be worry with this group. Now, if you resonate with leaving a place because of this, there could also be worry about, you know, what's next with the ship. What's next? What's next for me? But some of you could be like, you know, with his head turned, be looking at maybe starting your own thing. And I would highly recommend that here, because I always feel like when things happen, like rejection, it's always protection. And it's meant to kind of like make you also like turn your head and look elsewhere, you know? Maybe this path is not my path. Let me try and see if I can, you know, look elsewhere, or maybe even do my own thing, because King of Wands is an entrepreneur. So I definitely feel like I have like a few sets of people here. But with that loan denied, this could also be just worry, financial worry, you know? Maybe a lot of you want the job as well too, because you want to apply for something. And you know that, you know, when you are getting a loan, they're looking at that, you know? But the loan denied, just the guy's face on this card just makes me feel like we're just not really happy right now. We're not kind of happy. Now, if you are okay, this could just be talking about what has happened, and that maybe with the ship, you're on to better ventures, you're on to a new path, you're going to be moving in a new direction. But I feel like this is really for those that are frustrated because nothing is, I don't know, going according to plan. And even some of you may resonate with the backstabber card. Like, I really wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody here who also identifies with maybe even being kept out or shunned, like from an interview. Maybe you feel like someone deliberately didn't put in a good word, or just like, you know, when you go for an interview and you can just sense the person doesn't like you, yet you're like perfect for the job. I just feel like maybe this is also coming up just to validate that this is your pile, that something really evil took place here, you know, something not right. But I'm a big believer in, you know, no mistakes. So if you want to look at it in a different way, you could be protected from that place. So, you know, maybe it was a good thing that this person did whatever they did, because that's not the place for you. So we've got the energy around, you know, what's happening. Let's move into now what will happen. What will happen for those that identify with being jobless, unemployed? What will happen? This is really positive, guys, okay? There will be a follow-up, okay? You will be called back somewhere, or wherever you're going to apply. Someone will follow up with you. This really points to me like you'll get something. You will absolutely get something. But with the Knight of Wands, you're going for a bit of a ride right now. I feel like this group is definitely learning something through their career, through being unemployed. And I think it's to take a bit of a risk in a different direction. And what I can say is you will win in the end. You will win in the end. You will be toasting and cheersing something, okay, very soon. What I would rather you do right now instead to worry is if you've got a beach nearby, can you go meditate near there? Can you take this time to like reflect? Could you, I don't know, have some fun? Could you rest? It says relaxation and leisure. That tells me you need to take a bit of a rest and enjoy this time, because once you do start in this new place or wherever you're headed, I don't care if it's to start your own business, you will be very busy. Okay. So I want you to take this break, or, you know, this looking like this is nothing happening time, and do something. Do something. Get some rest, catch up on rest. Do what you love, have fun, because lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity, okay? But this is like a 1 card, so there's a new beginning. There's a new beginning, and I feel really good about it. You also need to be told that in the future, when you look back at this time, you're gonna see that this is the best thing that ever happened to you. Whether that be that you were fired from a previous place, or you left that previous place, or the places that you are applying for are not choosing you, okay? With this group, it really does seem like there's gonna have to be something in regards to changing the mindset, okay? That this is actually all working out for you, and wherever you end up will be the most perfect place for you to be. Now, with that beach card, I do also wanna say, just in case it does resonate for some people, if you are applying or you are looking at like, you know, getting a job where you have to relocate, and it would make sense that you're not near the beach right now, but that place would bring you near the beach, as in, let's say you live in Wisconsin, okay? But then you land a job in Miami. This could also provide some sort of a hint that you could be relocating. I mean, Knight of Wands is pretty spontaneous, you know? He gets up and go. He gets up and he goes. He goes. He's not afraid. I feel like wherever you're going next is going to be quite the adventure. I want you to start preparing for that right now, though. Whatever you've been doing, the tried and true, the path, the same path, it's going to be very different. But it will be, you will win. You will win wherever you're headed. And someone will follow up with you. Now, if it also resonates too that you have went on interviews, don't also be surprised if someone follows up. You got to really be careful with, you know, companies and thinking that if they haven't called you back in 2 weeks, that it's obviously a no. You got to stop with that. I've seen some companies like call people back after a year, okay? Or even 6 months or 2 or 3 months. What you need to do right now, again, is get into that state of abundance. It's headed your way, but, you know, like I would like for you to try to, with this reading, get way more ease into kind of that this is happening for you. Change the mindset, allow the flow, you know, to come in. Keep doing what you're doing, but you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You will find something to do. And maybe with some of you, you're going to get a job near the beach. That would be interesting if that resonates for some of you. But it's going to be different from what you were doing. And with the Knight of Wands, you will have to be flexible. You will have to be, you know, this is like I'm thrown into the jungle, okay? But if you can get into the mindset of enjoying that and being like, yeah, I'm open to new things, then hey, it's going to be a lot more of an easier time for you. So that's what I feel like Spirit is asking me to bring forth to this group, is that wherever you've been, you're going somewhere new. And you got to be open to the change. That's the path of the least resistance. Like, don't resist this, okay? But someone is following up with you, okay? So you're not doomed forever. Honestly, if I saw nothing happening here, I would say that maybe, this is going to continue for a bit, but I don't see that here. I mean, you've got the best card in the deck. You will win in the end. She's drinking champagne and she's got a bunch of balloons behind her back. So she's obviously celebrating something. So get your new outfit for work, put it, hang it up near you, start envisioning and really getting again into that mindset that whatever's not working out for you is like not by mistake. And what will come to you will be the perfect thing. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so let's read now for those that are employed. So we're going to look into the situation first, and then we're going to ask what will happen. So let's find out what the situation is first for this group. Those that resonate with being employed. What do they need to know about the situation at this moment? Wow. Those that have picked this group, it's like there's something heavy here. Something heavy. I felt two sets of people right away, okay? The first group I felt like wanted to run for the hills. Okay, so right now in your current job, I feel like with this card, I want to run for the hills. It's either that or I'm laser focused. I've got two sets of groups here. And what I will say is that with the overshares card, again, two sets of people. There are either, listen, regardless of actually which category you fall in, people are talking about you. Yeah, the situation right now, people are talking about you, and that could be in, a favorable light or a not so favorable light. But I think there's also a lot of concern over job loss, termination of employment. Now, remember, this did not come out in what will happen. So don't everybody get into a panic state, okay? If this came out into, when I ask about what will happen, then I say, okay, maybe consider it, but still don't. It's just a reading, okay? There could be a lot of worry right now. And I don't think that this is that crazy. I mean, this is a thing right now. A lot of people, are losing their positions. It's the economy. But I feel like here, those that are super laser focused, I just don't feel like this is going to touch you. I think here, actually, you're very important to, with the factory card, how this place operates. We've got industrial production, manufacturing process, or assembly line. That could resonate that you work in those fields, but it doesn't have to be. Factory card is the operations. So I just feel like here with this group, I just think you're laser focused right now. For some of you, you're laser focused, and even though this is happening around you, I feel like you're not necessarily concerned. I mean, you're acknowledging it's there. Maybe you are worried about it. I don't know, but I feel like people are talking about you, like really happy with, the way that you work, what you do. But then I feel like there's others of you, again, who want to run for the hills because maybe this is a freaking gossipy place. This is a gossipy place with the overshares, and you're just not really trying to be in that space. You just want to go to work and you want to do what you got to do and go home. Now, what I will say is that even if you are laser focused and you're doing a good job, for some of you, it could still apply that there's a lot of gossip. But I just feel like here, it's a catch-22, I feel like. And, you know, they can talk all they want, but, you know, for some of you, you're very important. That place cannot even run without you, okay? You bring a lot to the table, but the situation. Maybe it is that there is some talk. Maybe you've heard some talk that this is happening around you and you're wondering if you're next. He's got a clock inside this box too. I'm wondering if you're worried about the countdown to when this actually happens. Maybe this overshares has a lot to do with the talk. People are talking about, oh my God, did you see Stacy? They let her go. Oh my God, Rick got let go, or Rick's about to get let go, or that whole department got let go. Maybe there's a lot of this going on. This is a very tricky situation for this group to be in. I could see how going to work every day and doing what you got to do and dealing with all of this could be like a mind F, you know? Like, so you guys are really strong is what I want to say. Like, you guys are seriously strong to, like, you know, go every day to work and deal with this. Yeah, okay, let's move on. I'm getting the idea of what's going on. Let's find out now what will happen, okay? What will happen, those that resonate with being employed? Beautiful card. Beautiful card. I have a lot to say to this group. Wow, maybe a lot of people picked it. I just want to get these damn cards out. Okay, bear with me. There's a lot coming out. First thing I want to say with the Queen of Pentacles, it's either you are grandfathered into that place, like you maybe have been there for a while, like you're pretty secure. Queen of Pentacles, she brings a lot to the table. She's not easily replaced. Not when we're talking about career. Okay, so that could talk about, like, you know, again, like what I was saying previously. But listen, for some of you with the Queen of Pentacles, she also talks about the fact that for her sake, it's time to kind of move on. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if some of you end up moving on, either through your leaving or them letting you go. This is a time to really, really, really get creative. You may be actually going through a huge transformation through career. If this does happen where you decide to leave and again, or are let go, you're being thwarted into something new. And listen, I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, she just gives me this energy as well too of completing something like a cycle, or just completing, you know, what she was, you know, meant to do. But a lot of you could be, you know, really having a lot more out there, like you're wanting a lot more. And maybe the place that you're at right now can't give you all of that. So maybe Spirit's trying to move you into something different so that you can achieve all these dreams. Because she sits with that pentacle. She has a lot of dreams. She's quite patient, you know, to make it. to kind of stick it through, but she wants things, and it could be materialistic things. So maybe Spirit's trying to push you into a new direction. I mean, honestly, like, I'm doing better being creative with my work than and making more money than I ever did when I was at those 9-to-5 jobs. Okay. We've got the playing hooky. A lot of you are going to feel like in the future, it's going to just be like this split decision moment where you're just going to be like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. And you may walk away from it. You may walk away from it. Now, the other thing I'm picking up with this playing hooky card is like, if you are let go, it may not be for a long time. Okay. It may not be for a long time. It may be for like maybe a couple months. Can you enjoy that time? I don't know if that's also coming up too, because that could be coming up and they're like, hey, let's get these people's attention because we don't want you sitting in worry, fear. Like, go out and enjoy yourself. Do all the things that you couldn't do when you had the job because, you know, you were there all the time. We've got hospital. Now, that would be interesting if you work in the medical field or, you know, you work in a treatment center, but this could also be about self-care. You are also learning through your career to take care of yourself. What's working for you, what's not working for you. And if you think that career has nothing to do with self-care, oh, it does. And I'll tell you one thing, you're going to be a lot more happier when you're doing something you love. Okay? Not just worrying about, okay, well, this gets me this and makes me this so I can afford this. But it's like, do you love what you do? We've got the dragonfly. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. So you're going to have to really, with the Queen of Pentacles, because she is quite confident, but have that confidence that this is going to be a great time to, you know, manifest, to connect to spirit, connect to your higher self, maybe even get creative. Okay, get creative. But yeah, I just feel like with the 8 card here, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you or some of you decide to walk away and start your own dream. Or maybe even, again, like work on self-care and then through that, or maybe even go into like the medical field or switch maybe careers completely. I don't know. The 8 number always gives me, this type of energy. It's like I'm building something new, but I'm also connecting to my higher self as well through the process. So listen, just to wrap up the reading, what will happen? Some of you, they can't replace you. They can't get rid of you even if they wanted to. You're just too important with the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Others of you will decide that for your well-being, it's going to be something that you're going to have to do even if you don't really want to, but you won't be able to ignore it any longer. The environment may be just way too toxic. It's just also maybe not something that you're loving anymore. So you feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, again, you will have to somehow wrap up this part of your life and move on. For others of you, I do feel like maybe there might be some time off. You may enjoy yourself so much in that time off that you may not even want to go back when they call you. But I do feel like it could be for a brief amount of time. Now is the time with this group, regardless of which category you fall into, like really start manifesting what you want. You are very capable. I see that with the Queen of Pentacles. You could have a lot of skill sets. Start manifesting that into something like of a desire, you know? I see job changes as well for this group. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be in the medical care. It could be whatever you want, but like you're getting creative. Like there's a light going on inside of you. You won't be able to dim it. It's gonna just kind of stay there until you know, really figure it out. But it's like you're being called to really move, you know, at the highest level of yourself, okay? So wherever you're at right now may not be fulfilling that. But yeah, I don't know. It could be, again, maybe what I picked up before as well too. It's extremely toxic, but I think there's more going on here. I think the toxicity is just the icing on the cake, but I think there's more to this group as well too, as far as like your path, way more. So listen, just be very confident, which Queen of Pentacles she is. I don't care what sign you are, you're resonating right now at the time of this reading with the Queen of Pentacles. Be very confident in wherever you're going. Be also on guard for dragonflies. When I get these types of cards and there's certain spirit animals on there, like you may also want to pay attention to that. Don't be surprised if you start seeing more. You will connect that back to the reading and be like, okay, you know, this is not a coincidence. I'm feeling like this as well. I'm seeing the dragonflies. Maybe this is also, you know, Spirit's way of trying to get my attention. Okay, that something needs to change. Like you're going through change. Even if you stay on, okay, even if they can't get rid of you, you're still, there's this creativity like knocking at your door saying, hey, what do you want to do? You want to change your whole life? Maybe the plain hooky card is also more freedom. Maybe you're not getting that freedom in your particular job right now. Maybe you want to do something where there's more free time or more, you know, of a focus on fun. And some companies are like that, you know, they do offer a lot more, you know, fun within the place. Maybe there is even benefit packages that would reflect more fun, allowing you to go to places and, you know, it'd be free. Who knows? You know, I've seen some companies where they pay for retreats and stuff, you know? So yeah, this is your reading. Let me know what you thought. I wish you all the best. Okay, so let's move on to the entrepreneurs, those that have chosen this doorway and resonate with being a business owner, or even if you're having an idea, you know, of something you want to do, you can still choose this category as well. So let's find out. What do you need to know? What does this group need to know? We are going to first draw the current situation, and then we're going to find out what will happen. Beautiful card. That's cute, right? We're talking about entrepreneurs and we got the independent card. That is so cute. I love you, Spirit. You're adorable. Current situation, please. Oh, I love this card. I just got chills actually when I got this card. It's really positive. Oh my goodness, guys, you couldn't get a better situation right now. Okay, listen. A lot of you may start connecting with more people. I don't know what you're doing for work, but you will be busy with this card. Like you will be writing more receipts. And just listen, the receipts card can, you know, be very symbolic. I don't write receipts, right? But I'm just saying there's more business. There's more interactions coming. This group needs to know that you're exactly where you need to be. Like you were made for this. You were made for this. And listen, even if you're starting out or maybe even business right now is not doing the best, don't worry. Whatever is being guided, like whoever is guided towards you, there's like Spirit's helping with this, they're saying. You will get the people who need to be interacting with you with the Two of Cups. Like, I wouldn't worry about clients. I wouldn't worry about people receiving you well or liking what you're selling or your services. They will come. Why are they giving me the reference to Field of Dreams? Is that the movie? If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. Are a lot of you just kind of scratching the surface with this? Are you just kind of watching this because you're like, you have an idea, but you haven't implemented it? If you build it, they will come. those that like Spirit's helping with this, they're saying. And I understand this because, just personally, like myself, you have to, not everybody will resonate with me, but I'm always booked. I'm always booked. There are people who always find me. And sometimes I really do feel like they are brought to me by Spirit. That is what is happening. This is a networking card as well too. So like, I feel like you will do well with networking. I'm wondering also with the independent card, is this just even also like, just get up and go, just do this thing, like do the damn thing? I feel like we've got either people here who are just thinking about starting something, or then we've got people here who maybe might be going through a little bit of a slump or it's a bit slow, but I still feel like you're getting, business. I've got the lake, which is beautiful, tranquil waters and reflections. Right now it's beautiful. I just feel like tranquil waters. It doesn't get better than that. The waters are calm, but it could also indicate that maybe business is slow. Tranquil waters, it's a bit calm. But I know we're supposed to look at the next spread as to what will happen, but I just feel like I'm getting a bit of that right now. Like this is just a period. It's just a passing period. It's just temporary. But I just feel like here the clients will come and they will thoroughly enjoy what you're offering with the Two of Cups. This is a beautiful card. This talks about like equal energy moving back and forth. So if you have a client, right? Your client is getting exactly what they need from you. And you are getting obviously what you need from your client, which is obviously business, okay? It's an equal exchange, but we can give business and the client is like, that was garbage. That was trash. Oh my God, I wish I never bought it, okay? Or purchased it. I'm not feeling that here. So I'm feeling like you're on the road to success. But I really want to, stress here, if you are thinking about doing something, I'm not saying up and quit your job, but we can always work towards these things on the side. You got to go for this. You got to go for this. There are others out there who need you. Okay, they need your material. They need your services. They need you. I wouldn't be surprised if we got some light workers here or some, readers. Who the heck knows? Okay. One thing I do want to say right now with the receipts, this could also point to the fact that somebody's having a little bit of issues. When it comes to, being an entrepreneur, you are also dealing with paperwork and, being able to keep everything organized. I mean, I don't look forward to taxes every year, okay? That is just like, oh my God, it takes me a month, okay, to do them. So I don't know if this is also coming through because some of you are having a bit of a struggle with keeping a track of things. That could just be pointing to what's going on right now. But I feel like it's more, that business is good. It's good. It feels like I don't feel anything too chaotic here with the present situation. So I'm just going to move on to what will happen. Let's move on to what will happen with those that resonate with being an entrepreneur in this group. Wow, Temperance. Wow, really nice. Really nice energy. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now I just want one more card on this one with the parental alienation so I can get more of an idea of why this is here. I hate that Chariot card because it never really provides much. You always have to draw like a second one. Okay. With the Temperance card, there's something, you know, like I told you again, when it comes to Spirit, I feel like Spirit is heavily involved in this business. Like you got a calling here, okay? You got a calling. You're being called to. But I do feel like with the Temperance, it's like that pouring of the cups. It's like, how much are you pouring into this? Are you pouring your heart and soul? Has no other choice but then to succeed. I also love this card with the job offer. Like I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of reaching out, a lot of networking, like I saw with the Two of Cups. This guy looks ecstatic to be, you know, working with you. If you don't resonate with the fact that your stuff is, you know, clients, I mean, obviously it must be clients, but even if it's just like a bigger job, like maybe you have your own business, like it's a lot bigger than, let's say, YouTube, or you're offering services, you may get a huge offer of someone who wants to work with you. And I feel like the payout is going to be really good. Okay. Really good, like massive. I am feeling like there's some people who here are like, who have their own business and it's like corporate. And I wouldn't be surprised if you get like a major conglomerate and you work with them and the pay is really like in the six figures. Now with the parental alienation, I'm going to say something. There's two things I want to either say. I don't know if you are working with a parent, okay, in this, or if you are also looking to your parent to help you with this, maybe offer advice. You may not get that. But I also want to say another thing. Very random, I know. I can attest to this. You may want to, if there is something that is happening, okay, an unhealed wound in regards to one of your parents, you may want to start working on that, because through healing that wound, it may also make your business skyrocket. Now, I know a lot of you will be like, really? Yeah. When I went for my hypnosis and I saw the lives, you know, with one of my parents who I had like a very big, you know, situation around. I came back renewed. I came back transformed, and somehow my readings changed. My readings became, it was like I was removing layers of myself that I was trying to hide, and I noticed it in my readings. So I just want to say that that could also be something here. But I also want to say another thing. I don't really like the Six of Pentacles here with those two cards, because I don't know if this is also like, maybe there's some of you who feel like there's a parent who's trying to maybe soak up something, take credit for, or ask for money. Be careful with that. But if there are those of you who worry about a parent, if you can maybe help them financially, you will be able to do that. But please pour into your own cup first, okay? The pouring of the cups on that Temperance card is so significant here for those that resonate with being an entrepreneur. Like, you got to pour into yourself so that it can be reflected back into your work. Now, we've got the bank. I don't know if that makes sense for some of you. Maybe a lot of you are looking for a loan. Maybe you're looking for savings and investing, credit. This looks really good for it to pop up here. What will happen is I feel like there's going to be a really good sign from the bank. I don't know if it's that you have to pitch your idea to them. They will be for it. They will be for it. And listen, if it's that you're just trying to, you know, save up money for this, or, you know, you need a little bit of help, maybe you need some credit, this will also be good. Okay. That card showing up here is a really good sign. Now we've got the Lion. Harness the loyal and protective aura of the Lion and charge ahead magnificently. There's no coincidence that you're doing this, okay? There's no coincidence that you're in this type of field, being an entrepreneur. You were born to do this, okay? But please make sure that you are kind of interesting. It says charge ahead, and we've got the Chariot. Don't let the reality like skew how much you're putting into this. Like, you gotta make sure you're real like good with that. There will be ups, there will be downs, there will be dry times, but if this is a passion of yours, please make sure that you're charging ahead magnificently. Don't give up on this dream, no matter what the reality is looking like. You never know. They're telling me what's right around the corner. You just don't. So listen, I'm not saying stay in something that's draining you financially, but if you resonate with the fact that, you know, sometimes you just can't see clearly, or, you know, you don't have the full picture as to why this or how this is a good idea, or if this is a good idea, you got to believe in it first before anybody else does. Okay. You have to have conviction. You have to speak with conviction. You have to have confidence. You got to literally sell the SHIT out of yourself. I mean, is that not what entrepreneurs do? So you got to make these people, or, you know, whoever you're applying to, believe in yourself, but you got to also believe in yourself, like, first before you do that. So please pour into yourself. Work on healing, because by healing, that will also increase your business, the revenue, the clientele, the product, the service. I think you're going to be fine, though. I think you're going to do all of that. And I think it's just going to be like literally around the corner. Literally around the corner. And there's some really good news coming for you. Really good news. Clients, new clients, job offers, bank acceptances. Maybe the bank will be one of your clients. I don't know. But I feel like with this group, like, there is a capability for someone to partner up or look to you. And it could take you from like here to the sky. So keep going. Okay, so this was your reading. Let me know what you thought. I wish you all the best. You take care. Okay, so if you resonate with doorway number 2, let's get into your reading. So we're going to first talk to those that are unemployed and or AKA jobless. So we're going to first look into what the situation is right now, and then we're going to find out in the second spread what will happen. So let's get started. So just give me a moment to get all my cards out. What is happening with group 2, those that resonate with being jobless? What do they need to know about the situation right now? Wow. Okay. Wow. So I'm guessing not too good. Not too good. But let me just get my last card out. What is happening with this group? What's the situation? Give me an idea of what's happening with those that have chosen this group and are jobless. Okay, I'm not feeling the greatest with this group. I feel like if I was to take all these cards and put it into emotion, I would be probably confused and in fear. I've got the 2 of Swords, which tells me like you just don't even know where the hell you're going. Like you can't see straight. I feel like also too, like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what my path is. I don't feel like I've got the full picture. A lot of you could be also like demanding more from spirit, like show me the way, show me the way. Like, I don't know what to do. We've got the stringing you along card. I don't know if that points to places that you're going to look for a job, or like nothing's panning out. I feel like I'm on shaky ground here if I'm you. I'm not really, I don't have like, they're showing me the compass. Like I don't have a direction. And I feel like maybe with this card, the unexpected expenses, maybe they're piling up. Okay. Maybe they're piling up. Maybe you have just received an unexpected expense and you're like, how the heck am I going to pay for this? How? Maybe it's medical too, because there's like this stethoscope on top of it, but it doesn't have to be. We've got scorching lands, so blazing sun, arid deserts, searing heat, and parched earth. Like, I just feel like everything is just really dry right now. So what I'm getting here is more like how you're feeling about your situation. It doesn't mean that you can't have positive news, so just bear with me. We're going to find out what will happen. But if I'm reading the situation right now, I feel like everything's folding in on me. I literally actually can't breathe. And I just feel like it's like, and it doesn't have to be to this extent. Remember, this is a reading, even though we're on, another platform, it can be in degrees. Maybe some of you have this a little bit, while others of you, it's really bad. And maybe there's even some anxiety about it because it's like, I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I think there's a lot of fear. And I feel like there could be some people here who are just not really having the best luck with finding a job. Maybe they're telling me that some people here have been unemployed for like a year, over a year. And it's not really like, you're not really being able to stay too positive about this because of the time that maybe has passed, or maybe how things are looking. But I'm feeling those doors closing in on me, and I'm feeling anxiety as the reader. So I don't know if that resonates with some of you, that we are actually experiencing anxiety through our career, through the fact that we can't find something. Maybe you are finding things here and there, but it's definitely not consistent. I feel like with that stringing you along card, I feel like some of you feel like maybe God forgot about you, or source forgot about you, or there's some really bad joke being played on you right now. Like, I need to take a deep breath, because with the Two of Swords, it's like you can't see where this ends. And maybe a lot of you who chose this group really needed this reading right now. Really needed it just to even get something. Like, I don't know, something that would make sense, because I just feel like she has this blindfold on. She can't see clearly. I would be kind of shocked if you're unemployed and you're cool, like you're good with it right now. I mean, these cards don't really point to that. So you may want to like pick another group, because I just feel like with this group, like there are people who feel even to some degree a little desperate right now. Okay, like I'm on my last leg. Like I really don't even, I don't feel like I can be super positive. It's like my reality is not showing me that. And it's like, maybe there's been some longevity here that leads you to like kind of maybe even at the point where I'm like, I'm giving up hope. So I think it's important to get out of these cards and move right into ASAP, like what will happen, okay? What will happen with this group, those that resonate with being unemployed and or jobless? I can't get over the anxiety I'm feeling with this group. Like, let me know in the comment section if that makes sense to you, if you're experiencing that. Wow. Okay. Listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything with you guys. What I can say is I think you definitely, with this card, will get to pay your bills. I do see you staying afloat. That's the positive thing I can definitely say, is that, you know, it's kind of crazy that we actually got this card, because we were looking at before an unexpected expense. You will pay your bills, but I'm not going to lie. I think you're going to have to take jobs, or maybe there will be some temp work. It doesn't feel too consistent for me. And I'm not talking about forever, okay? Like, ideally with this reading, we're not going past 6 months. But I just feel like we've got the hostile workplace environment. You may have to do whatever you've got to do to pay these bills. And with the Hermit, it's interesting because I just feel like that's a very different card than the Two of Swords. So I feel like he has the light. He has the light, the lantern. He more can actually see a lot more. He's not blindfolded. You are going to get through this, but this actually is very, this is a lesson, or not a lesson, but it's very much a part of your soul growth, okay? Whatever's happening in career. And let me tell you, don't think that your career can't be connected to, you know, soul growth. Absolutely. Okay. We learn, definitely through that. Okay. But I just feel like it's a lot better of a card, is what I mean to say, than the Two of Swords. He can see more. But this card is, you know, self-reflection, it's introspection, it's contemplation, it's withdrawal, it's solitude. You will find yourself through this. I don't know what that's going to look like for each and every one of you, but you will find yourself. Maybe this also is talking about finding your way out of things. I do see you surviving this. I know it's not it doesn't sound the greatest, but I feel like you will survive this. Now we've got the post office. Listen, I don't know. I always have to use these types of cards if it does resonate with somebody that they work in the postal field. But this talks about mail delivery, written correspondence, and package tracking. There could be something unexpected that comes to you in the mail that is a saving grace, but this could also be the way that the bills are coming in as well. There will be a lot of action with your mail delivery, okay? You gotta learn how to somehow maybe even find yourself or find your faith through this. You are being tested. I can see it. I think you're definitely being tested. And we've got the Thorns card. Like, I'm shocked, okay? This is all like lining up perfectly. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. So this is all about weathering your difficult situation. And like, are you going to put on, you know, like be the Rambo that you need right now? Because I'm going to tell you something else. You're not going to be able to find it in anybody else. That's a solo card, so it's really up to you. Yes, I can provide some, you know, feedback. I can provide this reading, but at the end of the day, it's going to be you, honey. It's going to be you that gets yourself through this. I don't even think this group may have much people around them that's helping, you know, even with, you know, a shoulder to lean on, or even maybe being able to borrow something. But I feel like this is a test. You're going through the trenches right now, group 1. Group 2, who are jobless, unemployed. You are going through the trenches, but I tell you what's on the other end of this is going to be magnificent. But this is a test in perseverance. It is. And we all go through it. I'm sorry, you can't expect to come down here and for life to be, you know, like a box of roses, okay? No. It's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to lie to you guys. I want to be honest. But what I can say is that you will pay these bills. So please take whatever you can. Block out the noise. You may encounter some hostile workplace environments. Just do what you got to do and get out. Do what you got to do to make it, okay? This is temporary. This is not a forever thing. But I'm telling you, there's something spiritual going on. And with the Hermit card, you will find yourself through this moment. And you know those kind of stories where people are like, they talk about that rough time they went through and it kind of made them? What doesn't make you breaks you, or what doesn't break you makes you? You will have a story like that. But I know everybody wants to hear the positive. Don't worry. You're going to stay afloat, okay? You're going to find a way to do this, but it's important you just don't give up, okay? I know the reality is not showing you anything. It's not even, for some people, giving you even a bit of like a little bit of a droplet of something, but you will pay your bills. You will make it. I'm sorry this reading couldn't be better, but I just could not lie to you, okay? I wish this group really all the best. I really do. Look out for, the mail delivery. There may actually be something positive coming for you. Maybe it's debt forgiveness. Maybe it is, who knows? The sky is the limit. Maybe there's checks coming. You just don't know. And the mail delivery is an interesting way to manifest. I've manifested things through my mail delivery box. And it's very possible for those types of manifestations to come through in that way. So get on that. Okay, you are very capable, even again, if the environment is not, supporting that. Okay, group one. Thanks. Okay, so if you resonate with being employed and you have chosen doorway number 2, let's get into your reading. So we are going to draw cards for the situation right now. And then we're going to follow it up with a spread in regards to what will happen. Now, bear with me. I have some cards I have to pull. So just, I need to get an idea of what's going on. So I'll be drawing from different decks. But what's going on with group 2? Those that resonate with being employed. Okay, something tells me that this group is going to be going through, or at this moment of time of catching this reading, they're going through a lot of like chaos, but also change. And I do feel like I wouldn't be surprised if some people are getting this idea or this feeling like something needs to change. Maybe their environment, or maybe there's an idea that they are trying to, I don't know, dissect. We've got the casino card, which talks about gambling excitement, card tables, jackpot moments, and betting in odds. So something makes me feel like even if you're employed, you're getting a bit of an idea like, to do something different. That could be jumping ship, going to another company, or maybe, I don't know, asking someone at your job for an increase, maybe. Or I don't know, just something, like maybe even starting your own business. I don't know. It's crazy though with this card, because you are being encouraged to like go for it with the Encore card. Absolutely. I don't feel like this idea would come to you for no reason, but like you do what you feel guided to do at the end of the day. Definitely test the waters. Be organized. I'm not saying just go for it because you got this reading, but I feel like here, this may not necessarily, with the 5 of Wands, let up anytime soon. Like, I really do feel like you are being called to, like, I don't know, shake SHIT up. Shake SHIT up. It can't be said better than that. Now listen, this card can also talk about conflict. So I don't want to also ignore the people that maybe actually, you know, going through it in their workplace. But I feel like it's more internal. You know, I mean, but it can talk about competition, arguments, aggression, tension, rivals, clashes of the ego. But I feel like this is on your mind. What does that say? Okay, so we got debt. This is also on your mind. It doesn't feel crazy to me. I feel like it's the normal amount that people have. And that could be also the reason why we've got the casino card, because, you know, for you to take a leap of faith like this, like it would affect the debt somehow. So whether that be that you want to ask for an increase, you know, should you not get it, then the debt won't get paid more. If you do get it, then maybe the debt could get cleared. Maybe you want to do something on the side, but it's like maybe whatever you're doing right now is very stable. Is there a possibility to kind of like have these two things happening at the same time? So if you do have like a job, could you kind of like do something on the side in the meantime, like in your spare time? I feel like this could really work in your favor. It could help reduce the debt. Absolutely. Now, if there are those of you who resonate with being in a toxic environment, maybe some of you want to say something about it, but you're kind of tight-lipped because you know you have to pay your bills. Could be also that as well too. I just feel like the debt should make sense to you. It should make sense to you. Like that could be what is like stalling or holding up like what you want to do, the change that you want to create. Maybe some of you want to leave. Just leave entirely this company, but you're like, is that a smart thing to do, especially in this economy? Let me get another card on that Encore card. Let me see if I can get more. I want more on that. I mean, I feel like, you know, your spirit guides, I feel like everyone is cheersing to go in this direction. And it's really pointed towards the casino card. So this leap of faith is being encouraged, but I need more. Okay. We've got the Judgment card. A lot of you are really heavily contemplating this, Like, I don't know, the ramifications, the consequences. This could also be like self-evaluation, like, is this right? But it could be something that you're having a bit of an awakening about, you know? You are reckoning with, you know, this, but it's an awakening at the same time. And again, I could see how, you know, when you get to a point where you just don't want to stay somewhere, that could be like that. Or maybe you have this feeling like you want to do something on the side. That could all be awakenings when you've had enough or you want to move in a certain direction. So I feel like with this group, you're a bit of at a very monumental moment in your career, you know, by even being employed. You know, there's something happening, you know, there's a lot of thoughts, there's a lot of feelings about a change. And that conflict can be inner. It could be inner conflict. But I feel like at the same time too, with this risk, the debt is also there. You know, your usual worries. If I do that, will I be able to pay my bills? If I decide I want to maybe even switch companies, you know, there's a lot of like worry about the consequences. So let's find out what will happen. Let's move on to that. Let's find out what will happen with this group. Those that resonate with being employed, what will happen? Ooh, the moon. Wow, okay. Wow. The moon is in that card as well. I love how this reading is totally lining up to, you know, what I just picked up on in what was happening with you guys right now. Five card. We've got a 5 card. Okay, so with that moon, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, you're not going to know unless you do it. There is a lot of mystery, you know, with the moon, but, you know, it's also psychicness. You've got a feeling. You have a feeling you cannot shake with the moon card. It is like, it's like when you can't place it to something, but you feel it. And that could be very difficult, but it's an intuitive feeling, you know, and you feel it like so deeply, you know, but it does point to uncertainty. Okay. But you can't shake this thing. And I'm telling you again, a lot of you guys want to go a different route. You want to go a different route. Either that or you want to do something else at the same time as what you're doing now. And I'm wondering if it's something creative with the art exhibition. We've got creative showcase and curated gallery. I'm wondering as well too, if you need to also, with this card, put something into action. I felt like with that encore card, they're like, do it, do it. I say do something. Express this thing that is like you're wanting to express. If it's something creative on the side, get it out, showcase it, see how the public receives it. You'll never know until you try. I feel like with this group, you're gonna have to go for it because you'll never know unless you actually do it. I see that with the moon. I can't even help you with this. The only thing that I can give you as far as advice is that you need to go for it. You need to put it into action, because then at least you can say, okay, you know what? I tried it. Maybe it didn't work out, or it did work out. And now I know. Now I know. But a lot of you, I feel like you definitely, this feeling is not letting up. Now, this is interesting with the vacation card. A lot of you may go on vacation. A lot of you may get very inspired by a particular place, okay? I don't know if you've got a vacation happening. I don't care where you go. It doesn't have to even be like for a week, but I feel like you're going to go somewhere and there is going to be something that happens on this vacation. Either a sign, something you see, and that's going to be like the green light. It's going to give you the green light, and that makes you go for this. And there's just something really inspirational about this place that you're at, or wherever you go. It's not by coincidence, it's by design. And we've got the celebration card. You are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. You're ready. You probably even past ready. I did feel like with this group, you've probably been sitting on this for a while. And again, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's that you want to go to another company. I don't care if it's that you want to create something on the side. The art exhibition can even be about, you know, putting your resume out there, you know, showcasing your resume, putting your toe in different pools, getting your name out there. It could be anything. But I just feel like here, this change, a 5 card as well. It needs to be had. It's almost like I feel like your soul is screaming for it. Your soul is screaming for it to like even express yourself, or, you know, be a certain way that is like different than what you've ever been before. And you may want to really start going on those vacations, or, you know, if there's a certain place that you like, I don't care if it's a day vacation, you may want to go, because there could be some inspiration that comes to you through being in this place. This is something about location for me. This is something about location. Or maybe some of you resonate with the fact that you just went on a vacation and that inspired you. Guys, there is something so profound about vacations, more than just partying and drinking liquor. I went somewhere recently and it changed me. It kind of made me feel like, it inspired me. Like maybe I don't want to live where I live anymore, you know, because I saw what it was like somewhere else, that kind of thing. But yeah, group 2, this is not going to let up. This with the moon, it's going to be persistent. And 2 cards with the moon in it. It's almost like the higher self, like beaming, like this thing that won't let up on you. And it's like until you do it, it won't stop. So this could get louder. This could get really loud. But yeah, you're ready. You're definitely ready to bring in the new. And whatever this is, it's exciting. It's exciting. And, you know, maybe a lot of you have felt bored. Maybe you're ready for something exciting. I don't want to be bored anymore. I want to be like excited to do something. It's different. And I'll tell you another thing. Should you put this into play as well too, like whatever's on the receiving end, whether that be another job or whatever, like there will be like a happy, very happy welcoming of you. May even appreciate you more. If you're making something, you may really be shocked at how much you sell out. Wherever this is taking you, the other end, they want you. They want you. They want whatever you're creating. Yeah, I don't know. Good luck with this if you continue to ignore it. That's what I will say. Good luck with that. It will not let up. Okay, so this was your reading. Let me know what you thought, and I wish you all the best. Okay, so those that are watching group 2 were attracted to the doorway number 2 and who resonate with being an entrepreneur. Let's get into your reading. We're going to first look at the situation, and then we're going to look into what will happen. Okay, so I want to get a little bit of an idea of where you're at right now. So just bear with me. I have to draw cards from multiple decks. Oh, we got a boss lady or a boss man. Boss lady, boss man here. Or it could be something else. Just bear with me. Beautiful. Oh, I just got chills. Okay, I feel like I'm looking at 2 different groups here. I'll talk to the first group, just bear with me. I feel like here we've got a laser focused person, okay? Somebody who is really dedicated to, you know, their business, super laser focused, but could be maybe having a little bit of a turn, and that will happen even if you're an entrepreneur. There could be like something that changes. Maybe you want to add something to what you're doing or switch things up a bit. I do feel like with the public embarrassment card, there could be some people here who are a little bit worried about what or how they'll be received with this new thing they want to do. But I do feel like you're being encouraged with this winding path that, you know, listen, there's no set way to do anything. Everything that we do is a winding path. Everything changes. Everything either, you know, gets better, or, you know, we could just be like, you know, deciding we want to do things a bit different. Queen of Swords can be a bit rigid, but listen, she's definitely a queen who does not want to be dealing with any kind of embarrassment, and she is very super strict about her product, okay? And she doesn't want to do anything sometimes out of the ordinary that would cause a rift in that. So there could be a little bit of like hesitation, but I'm not feeling like it's too much, okay? I do have an unexpected income. So this feels very positive to me. I mean, the chart on this guy's phone is going uphill. This could be really good for your business. It could add something that would make revenue go up. It could add something different, a little bit, like you have to always reinvent yourself when you have a business. So I'm not surprised by this. But maybe there's a little hesitation. So I don't know if it's that it's a bit risque. I don't know if it's that, the tried and true is working. So like, why shake up the path? It could be all of that. Now, for the second group, some of you need to get on. Maybe you're watching this because you're kind of thinking about starting something. Some of you need to get laser focused on this. I feel like by the Queen of Swords popping up here, like she's really encouraging you to like get on this. Get on this for once and all. I don't know also with the public embarrassment card if you're a little worried about how you will be received. That's very normal. There's not one person who didn't start a business or a YouTube channel who wasn't worried about, how they would be received, if people would like, what they're doing. I also don't know if this points to maybe your family or how people in your life would, receive you by doing this. But listen, you need to also like look into this because I just feel like this could also be really great. You could be adding unexpected income to your plate. And who the heck wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want that? Now, again, with the other group, this could be an income on top of an income. So another one of those multiple income streams. But listen, with the winding path, there's no set way. Whatever group you fall into with this category, there's no set way that this is going to play out. So with the Queen of Swords, there needs to be honestly like a chill pill taken because there's no right way to do it, no wrong way to do it. And, it's all about testing. It's all about seeing what works, but not being afraid to do that. Okay. If you're afraid, to test the path or try something out, like that's not going to really work to your favor, especially if you're a business owner or you're an entrepreneur. I've done some things that they kind of failed, but I'm okay with it because I tried it and I can always say, okay, well, I at least tried it. It didn't work out. Now I can move on. But some of you, you're really holding yourself back from something amazing. So if you've been feeling guided to like start a YouTube channel or start something, but with the Queen of Swords, you need more like effort. Maybe you've been a little bit procrastinating. She's showing up here to say like, get on your business, girl or guy. Get on your business. You are really missing out on an unexpected income that could be like really great. I mean, who wouldn't want an unexpected income? Who wouldn't want that, right? You may also feel really good about yourself. This could bring a lot of joy to say like, hey, wow, look at me. I had this feeling, I put it into play and wow, look at this now, and I did it. No one helped me. It was me. So this could also help, with, the self as well. So you can be very proud of yourself. Let's find out now what will happen. Okay. What will happen with this group, those that chose Doorway 2 and resonate with being an entrepreneur? Oh man, that's hilarious. We love an emperor when we're talking about an entrepreneur. We love an emperor, don't we? Wow. Really, wow, group 3 or 2. Super positive cards. Okay, so Emperor. What could go wrong? Nothing. But becoming the Emperor, more wise, self-reliable, successful, established, entrepreneur, boss. That's what will happen. You will become more of that. Either you resonate with, you haven't started this yet, and you will become self-sufficient. You will become your own boss. And you will also, in the process, which is very beautiful, release whatever is haunting you. Whatever you are being haunted by the past. So I don't know if this has something to do with the self, or, you know, listen, going for these types of things, they can really encourage you. They can give you the confidence that maybe you didn't have before. Maybe you were not so confident. Maybe this position, or, you know, moving into this position of being an entrepreneur, or again, you know, adding more, or, you know, being creative or doing more with your business provides more of that. We've got the right direction. You will be moving in the right direction. That's for sure. Okay. We've got a marriage as well too. I wouldn't be surprised if for some of you, you end up gaining a partnership. Okay. Doesn't have to be like in your business. It could be that you merge. Okay. But you are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love through these ventures, through these entrepreneur ventures, through maybe even starting an entrepreneur venture. You are becoming more attractive. And I'm going to tell you another thing. If you are single, don't be surprised if you find your marriage partner through your business as well too. Now, I love the coffee house because we were just talking about maybe even if you resonate with being an entrepreneur, maybe adding more to the menu, more to the script, more to your resume, like you are going to be a jack of all trades, or you're adding something new. People will come. People will come. Need not worry. You know, coffee houses are always popping spots, you know. They do well no matter what, because people always need, you know, their coffee or whatever. You know, it's a chill spot. I just feel like whatever you're bringing to the table, people will come and they will enjoy it and they will keep coming back. So this looks like really super positive. I don't know how to see it any other way. I feel like I can't believe the Emperor showed up, right? When we're talking about an entrepreneur, because, you know, he is the boss, or she, you know, if you're a female, you will be the boss. You will also gain a lot of wisdom. You'll be able to take whatever you're doing and it will be like tenfolds, you know, being able to use it for, you know, years to come. And this won't end. This will not end. This will just keep going. And I love that this is a 2 card, because, you know, this could also be, you know, clients forming really good, you know, marriage. I can read symbolically any way I want. And sometimes you do bond with your clients. They keep coming back to you. They're loyal to you. But ultimately what you're also, what will happen and what you're learning is, you know, the manifestation of just attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love, like for yourself, for others. This will make you more happy. So you need to, if you haven't done this, get on it. I'm telling you, you are really doing yourself a disservice. If you're already an entrepreneur and you've been thinking about expanding or doing something different or adding something, do it. Same thing, you're doing yourself a disservice. This will be highly successful. Highly. I mean, you can't get a better card than this. The right direction. I mean, come on. Wow. So this is where I'm going to leave it. I really want you to consider this. Don't let fear or anything stop you, or how you'll be received, or whatever is going on that you maybe feel haunted by the past. Maybe you've had some failures. Don't let that discourage you, okay? Go for your dreams. Pile 2, you're going to be so happy that you did. Okay, guys, I wish you all the best. You take care. Okay, so if you chose doorway number 3 and you resonate with being unemployed or jobless, let's get into your reading. We are going to first look at the situation right now, and then we're gonna follow it up with a second spread, which will talk about what will happen. Okay, so bear with me. I have to get some cards out from different decks. What is going on with group 3? Those that resonate with being unemployed. Wow. Okay, these are interesting cards. What is going on here? This is interesting. What I can say right off the bat is that I feel like this group is not going to be unemployed for much longer, okay? There's actually something brewing right now. Honestly, maybe like at the time of this reading, there's people considering you. I really feel that. Ace of Pentacles is a really great card. It talks about like you achieving what you want. Karmic lessons learned. I feel like I'm not being held back by what I used to be held back. You may have just actually unlocked something recently. I don't know if this is your faith. I don't know if it's like the faith regarding the situation, or if you've just literally left somewhere, okay, and now you're unemployed. Maybe that was a lesson. Okay, but like we're not going back to that. So I also feel like this is super positive, as in wherever you're going is going to be a lot better than where you've been. Now, I know we're supposed to be in the second spread asking what will be happening, but I can't deny giving these type of messages right now, because when I see a karmic lesson here, that tells me that for some of you, you may have really come from a bad place. A place where it felt very toxic, kind of karmic in a way. But a lot of you could also be learning something, how to maybe stay focused, laboratory, manifest. We've got scientific research, we've got experiments and analysis, innovation and invention. I wouldn't be surprised if this is also pointing to you, especially with this card of micromanage. You unlocking or doing a lot on your own to get the ball rolling on this. I also feel like we probably have some students here who may have also just graduated and are now looking as well, but you're gonna really do very well very soon. The Ace of Pentacles, like I said, is a very good card to get. What is happening right now? Are you also like micromanaging yourself in the best way to kind of line yourself up for the best opportunities? I feel like this is all coming from you. Like you deserve a real pat on the back, because I mean, you're getting it. You're moving quick. You're learning as much as you can. And listen, I also wouldn't be surprised as well too if you're working on something. Are you also working on something in the meantime? Like, okay, I'm not doing anything right now. Let me go and do research. Let me experiment. Let me invent something. I just feel like we've got a very active person, and this can't not lead to anything positive for you. So you're doing your research. You are finding over every detail with a you're like going over every detail with a fine-tooth comb, maybe even brushing up on skills. I don't know, putting yourself into the best light as possible. Like, wow. Like, I don't even feel like I'm necessarily depressed about anything here. I don't feel depressed. I feel super focused. And that's what you need to be, because why would we worry? That would be a waste of time. So with this group, oh my goodness, you got what it takes, okay, to move ahead. You may be getting this reading at a time where you do feel great today. Maybe it's not always like that. Maybe that's also what I'm picking up on. But I just feel like 10 steps ahead, 10 steps ahead with this group. That's where you're at right now. And maybe with the micromanage, I mean, there's a magnifying glass. Maybe you're on the internet. Maybe you're looking, you're like super productive though. Wow. Super productive. But I just feel like with the karmic lesson, this is not to be taken lightly. Like whatever you are coming or walking away from, you will not be going backwards. Like this is just forward motion. Forward motion. I want to also say for some of you, I wonder if you should put, maybe you've got some real good skill set, you know, with researching, scientific research, experiments, inventions. Maybe you need to invent something. I feel like we've got some geniuses here. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have something that you want to put into play. Like you need to go for it. Maybe right now it's not important for you to get back into a job or whatever. Maybe you want to showcase something on your own. You're getting a big green light here. An invention, a way to do something, some new idea. Put that into play if that makes sense for you. Like I would not want to see you not do this, okay? That's if this is resonating. Oh my, wow. What an energy to get in the unemployed section. Let's now move to like what will happen. What will happen with this group? Those that resonate with being unemployed. Oh, you are on your way. You are definitely on your way to something. And I love the patience of the Knight of Pentacles too, because like you're laser focused, but you've got patience. And I think this group is very concrete in their foundation. Like their foundation is concrete. Like there's no wavering. Like you just know. Beautiful. Beautiful. I want more on that imposter card. I felt like at first it could be that you're faking it till you make it. Like maybe you are honestly, because I've been talking about how much strength you have. Maybe deep down it's something different, but you're putting on a brave face. But I'm going to draw a card just to see. Give me more on that imposter card. I can't believe the energy I'm feeling for this group, because like again, you would equate somebody being unemployed to maybe somebody who's like in fear, scared, full of worry. I feel like here you feel very confident about the position you're in right now, and that you know you're headed somewhere. Again, a Knight of Pentacles. He really sticks to his path. He manifests. He does what he needs to do. And you know, he is the card of the farmer. So sometimes it takes a year to harvest, but he's good. He's good. He's totally good. And I feel like changes, like you are about to spread your wings, group 3. Oh, that's interesting. We got the angel card, and that's what she's doing too on the card. It says here your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. You are going to be protected throughout this time. Even if you resonate with being unemployed, You will be protected. But I'm wondering here too if your foundation is solid. Like, do you also believe in the angels? Is that also why you are coming across so powerful? Because you know you're allowing them to have you, to have your back, to support you in your decisions. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, you may be choosing to be unemployed right now. We've got home, comfort, familiarity, security, belonging, and personal space. We've got a bed here. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are also taking time out for yourself to rejuvenate, get back to the drawing board, you know, but like get into the personal space. Maybe there was a lot of you who felt like you had to leave, or maybe a lot of you are just choosing, you know, it just happens to be, maybe we got some stay-at-home moms. I don't know. But right now is not a time for you to actually be working. But maybe you also resonate with the fact that you are needing this personal space, this time to gain more security, work on yourself. With the imposter card, I feel like a lot of you could have been coming from a place or a space where you felt like you were an imposter. It didn't resonate with you, whatever you were doing. But you decided to take a leap of faith with the Page of Cups and love yourself. Maybe you left. Maybe you left because you were like, that's not me. It's not me. Maybe even a lot of you, the Page of Cups is your children. Maybe you chose to be with your children. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? No child in the future is going to say, oh, you know, you worked, you loved me enough that you were always gone. You were always working. You were never here. No. Okay. Maybe you felt like time was slipping away with the kids, but maybe a lot of you, again, are stay-at-home moms. Maybe that's also what that is. And maybe, you know, you're looking for something to do, but you will come upon it. There's no way you won't. And I just feel like here, this is a beautiful space to be in. Like, I commend this group a lot. I really do, because you have to be in a great space to be like, totally comfortable with like being held by the angels. Okay. A lot of people suffer with this proactiveness, like they need to do things all the time. Yes, sometimes we do need to do things, but we also can ask for help. Okay. But you are being supported 100% through this. So what will happen is I do feel like here you will eventually stumble onto something that is right for you, but it's going to take time. And hey, you've got time. Time is not a problem because, again, you're totally being held by the angels. You're not worried about it. You will continue to gain more clarity through personal space, through comfort, through building that security within oneself. You will also continue to maybe even be you may turn actually into a more loving person through this. I wonder if some of you resonate with the fact that where you came from, it didn't make you so loving. Maybe you're always angry and bitter, but now it's like, I don't know, I'm more in a loving space. And through that, it's attracting more as well. But you are going through changes, but you look at the butterfly. That's also the transformation as well too, right? So you're transforming from the imposter to a more loving, self-loving individual. And that, again, can only bring in new things. I'm not exactly going to tell you what you're going to do. Okay. You may turn into an entrepreneur. You may find another business. I think I don't need to tell this group that because they're so comfortable to ride this wave or, you know, go on this journey that they know they'll come to it when it comes to it. They're not in a rush. Wow. Please, if you've chosen this group, let me know if that resonates because that's bloody awesome. Unbelievable. Okay, so if you chose group 3, and you resonate with being employed, this is your reading. This is going to be your career reading. We're going to first look at what's happening right now. Okay, and then we're going to follow it up with what will happen. So let's talk to those that are watching who have chosen doorway number 3 and are employed. A lot of you are 10 of Swords. I don't know. I just feel like I just, either every day you work, it's like survival of the fittest. It's like survival of the fittest, because 10 of Swords, it really talks about also getting up every day with like the weight of this world against you, or maybe, you know, just drama, whatever it could point to, like on your back, and just getting up. It's like the rise of the phoenix, but it could be through circumstances that are just not feeling right to you. So I don't know if we've got some people here who feel like they don't want to be at their workplace anymore. They want to end. They want it to end. I also don't know if we're worried about something. So I don't know. We've got the background check here. I don't know if we've got somebody who's worried about something within their job place, about maybe something with their past, but it could also be that we've got a bit of an enemy. I've got the friendship breakup, and I'm wondering here, because I can read this card any way I choose to. I'm wondering here if there is this like feeling like I've got like an enemy at work, or someone who is out to get me, someone who I feel like is just waiting on my slip up every day so that they can punish me. And that's not going to be the most easiest environment to be in, okay? I don't know if you were once on good terms, but you're not now. Or if this is just maybe a lot of you resonate with the fact that there's somebody in the workplace who just, I don't know, is keeping their distance, is acting shady, is maybe snooping on me, doing some weird stuff. I just do feel like my skin is itching. Like the workplace for this group is just not the best place. And I've got the bench. So rest and relaxation, seating comfort, pause and ponder. I do feel like with this card, it really does talk about wanting to like, honestly, explicitly end something very quickly with the swords, but you are being called right now, and you probably feel that, to really like ride it out, meditate on this. I could kind of see how it would be kind of hard to leave a job right now. Maybe you are like in this state of waiting, or feeling like you need to wait, see how things go, if they get better. But that bench, a lot of people will do thinking on those benches as well too. So I'm thinking that you're probably thinking right now, you need to really think about this, that you can't make decisions, even though everything is saying maybe two, but it's just not smart to be maybe impulsive right now. But this is uncomfortable. I feel like almost like when my skin is crawling, not itching, crawling. I feel like my skin is crawling. I don't know what to do. I feel like, oh goodness. 10 of Swords is a very uncomfortable card. It really is. It can talk about like failure, bitterness, collapse, exhaustion, a dead end, victimization, you know, betrayal. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you resonate with being victimized in your workplace. But it's interesting with the background check, because I feel like somebody's snooping. Either that, or they're waiting on your failure. I don't know what this is. Or they could be, maybe you're worried about someone finding out something. So I'm on edge. I feel on edge. Let's find out what will happen now. What will happen with this group? What do they need to know? Those that resonate with being employed and chose door 3. Oh, goodness. Okay. I want more on that beauty salon card. Give me more. Okay. There's no complicated story here. It's very simple with the 8 of Cups. You will probably choose to walk away. Okay, either that or you will feel like there's nothing more that you can do. In this situation, you've given it your best, but it's just not getting better, and you will choose again to walk away. Okay. With the dismissive card, you may end up doing this very abruptly with not saying much. So it's maybe not even giving much. You know, that 10 of Swords, it could talk about really yikes, you know, a situation that comes about, and you know, it's like the icing on the topper, or the topping on the icing, you know what I mean? Like after that, and that's what could lead to it being so abrupt. Okay, but you will choose to abandon this place. Okay, this employment place. You will choose to walk away, let go. I don't know. You may leave this behind, okay? With the dismissive card again, I just feel like you may not say much. People may not see it coming, okay? And weirdly enough, when I saw the beauty salon card, I was like, this is going to seem really random, and I would want this group to really let this reading age. But after this whole ordeal, you may reinvent yourself somehow. You may even go for a makeover, okay? You may even choose a different field. This could be that some of you resonate with working in a beauty salon, but it doesn't have to be, or some sort of aesthetics, but it doesn't have to be. We go to the beauty salon to kind of reinvent ourselves, to spruce ourselves up, and you've got a Page of Pentacles clarifying that. So some of you may choose to go a different way, maybe even a whole different career. You know, something that you feel like is maybe even less brutal. I don't know if you were in a competitive field, or maybe you want to just change directions. You feel like it's time to do something different. But what I will say with the insurance card is that you're good. You're good. I don't feel any fear around this or worry. You may even leave with a good severance package. I actually don't know who will. I don't know. I feel like it's more you that will choose to walk away than maybe, you know, them letting you go. But like, you will leave with insurance. So I'm not concerned, honestly, money-wise about your situation. I think you'll land yourself somewhere else very quickly. But we've got the Lovers, and the Lovers always talks about difficult decisions, right? It talks about the choices that we make. And it says here, there are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. What do you think is going to be beneficial to you, to stay where you're at or to move on? Because I really do feel like with this group, you've probably taken a lot, maybe even a lot of abuse, but you really tried to hang in there. Like, I would give this group a lot of credit, you know? But at the end of the day, it's not getting better. And I just feel like here, maybe even with the dismissive card, you don't want to be like that anymore. Maybe you felt like you had to shut your mouth a lot, or you had to go along with this kind of stuff, or maybe it was the environment that made you have to be in dismissive, and you don't want to do that no more. You want to be more free. And you will choose the path of least resistance, okay? You will eventually. I don't have a time frame for these types of readings. I don't think it's important. Whenever you're ready with the Eight of Cups, because the Cups card is a very, it's a feeling card. When you feel it, you will do it, okay? So it's not up to me to tell you when, but that will happen. That will happen down the road. And I think it's a part of your path, to be honest, because with the beauty salon, I think you're going to reinvent yourself, and you're going to move onto a different path that is more suitable for where you're at right now. And I don't know why I'm saying that. So I don't know if maybe this other career that you had, I don't know if you were growing out of it, maybe you had been doing it for a long time. I don't know. Or if, again, it could just be the environment, okay? Maybe it was very like, I'm seeing somebody over somebody's, back, like just checking up. Maybe it was too like, maybe they were micromanaging too much, and maybe you just want to be a little bit more freer. But with the insurance, you will be good. You will be good. You will walk away from this fine and dandy with, enough money to kind of just take the time to find something else. Okay, let me know if that resonated with you. I wish you all the best. You take care. Okay, so if you chose doorway number 3 and you resonate with being an entrepreneur, let's get into your reading. Bear with me, I have to choose a lot of cards from different decks. We're going to first ask about the situation right now, and then we are going to look at what will happen. So let's find out what's going on with group 3, those that resonate with being entrepreneurs or business owners. Oh, wow. Woo, that one just smacked me in the face. Felt real good. We all love a Nine of Pentacles, don't we? Let's get more. Ooh. Wow. Okay. One more. I'm curious to draw one more card on this belligerent card. Give me more. Okay, listen, regardless if you have a business right now or you've clicked on this section because you want to start, you're going to do really well. Right now you're doing really well, but you will continue to do well. I know I'm supposed to talk about that in the second spread, but money is coming, okay? Abundance is coming. I don't care what type of abundance it is, but I just feel like, being self-reliant, sovereign, free, independent, that's the state that we're in right now, okay? I do feel like here there's going to be a huge negotiation coming into your space. And listen, your client or your business partner, or whoever this is, they may take a toll on you, okay? I was wanting to draw another card because I was like, who is that belligerent card in reference to? Is that like the person I'm reading for, or is that somebody that they're dealing with? Now, if it's not that you're negotiating business or that you are not, doing a partnership, it could be a client. We all get them. We all get those clients that are just like, you know, we have to unfortunately say no to. But I feel like there's going to be some sort of a peaceful outcome. And again, I know this is supposed to come out in the second spread, but they want you to know this now. I see two people here negotiating. And listen, it's interesting with this card as well too, because we've got a meeting place, just destiny unfolds, and convergence. So yeah, this is going to be working out in your favor. Maybe some of you have just recently gained this client, or you've just recently maybe even negotiated this. This is like what's happening right now. I don't care if you're like making a book and it's like the people who are going to sign you, maybe who are going to fund you, okay, or finance you. There is nothing to worry about, because I feel like regardless of this person, even if they're belligerent or they've been difficult to deal with, they want this. They want this negotiating with you. Now, if this is again a client, you may get through to them. You may get through to them. Sometimes it doesn't happen. You can get through to them. I've said no to clients before. I've had to dismiss some that just were not in alignment with me. It happens. But sometimes you do get through to some of them. Now, what may be happening right now? Maybe also for some of you, there could be some of you who want to get into entrepreneurship, but maybe it's the way that you're speaking to yourself with the Knight of Swords. Maybe you are a little worried about maybe even dealing with the public, okay? Others, you know, maybe before you were just going to a job, it was easy to clock in, clock out, and that's it. But now it's like, to be an entrepreneur, you have to start, you know, pitching ideas, or maybe, you know, working with others, and you may be a little bit worried about that. I think also with the negotiate card, this is also smoke and mirrors. You'll do very well. And this also could point to you that, hey, Spirit just wants you to know that you're made for this. You know, people would take a liking. You have great negotiation skills. You don't have to worry. But I feel like here with the Nine of Pentacles, this is something born, like you were made for. It's like, it's a given. You were born to do this. And destiny will play a big part in, you know, many of these interactions. People will be brought to you. You know, there will be a meeting place, many meeting places. Maybe you will make a shop, a storefront, a YouTube channel. People will come to you. They will be guided to come to you. So this is all a lot of worry over nothing. Don't worry about it. Like, this looks like we're in a great spot. And I just want you to know, again, we're reading the moment of right now. There will be money coming to you, okay? Money will come to you. You will get a boost in revenue right now, around the corner, tomorrow, whatever. Or maybe you've just recently received that. I think you like what you do. I think you're going to continue to like what you do. We just could be having maybe a bit of a bump in the road right now. So let's find out what will happen. Even though, you know, it looks like we were reading on that, but let's find out what will happen with those that resonate with being an entrepreneur or a business owner. Huh. Wow, guys. I do have to say though, anytime I've been reading for the entrepreneurs, we're getting amazing cards, guys. Amazing cards. And that just proves that, you know, like, do what you love, co-create your life, do, you know, be your own boss. It's the best feeling in the world. It really is. What will happen with this group? Oh, that's so beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so listen, if you are clicking on this section, two groups of people. If you're clicking on this section because you haven't started this yet, but you've been thinking about going down this route, you will do amazing, but you need to start, okay? With the Empress card, this is one of the best cards to get as far as, business goes. She is a co-creator as well too. She's known for being Mother Gaia, and she can will anything into existence. She's got what it takes, okay? She's creative as well too. So, don't let this stop you any further, get on it. You may have to spend some money to start this thing up. Obviously, everybody does, but work with what you've got. I mean, guys, when I started my business, I was literally reading cards with my hand on the phone and I was reading them on my bed. I mean, it doesn't have to be that you go out and spend, crazy amounts of money to get started, but make a budget. You can do this, okay? With the kitchen tools and meal preparation, get going. The kitchen is the perfect representation of just testing things, see how things work. How does this work? Formulating maybe like a recipe to put this thing into action, but get started, okay? Control, Alt, Delete. I feel like this could, if this resonates with you, just being, just starting, just put an end to kind of what, you have a fear about or what is holding you back. Just delete those thoughts, delete anything that's not working for you. Understand that through this process, you will also figure out what doesn't work for you. So don't be scared of that, the trial and error. But this is transformation and it's a 5 card, okay? So you are meant to do this. You are meant to at least give this a go. Reach out for the power and strength to make changes, enrich your life, and become the person you want to be. Because deep down, you need to create something. You've got it. You've got it. You've got this sense, so get going. Now, if you are already a business owner, you will continue to create, co-create the SHIT out of your life, okay? This is gonna go further. Your dreams, it's further than anything you ever dreamt about. If you've been wanting to expand or try different things, again, get into the kitchen. I'm saying this symbolically. Start working on stuff, putting ideas together, doing research, seeing what works, who you like to work with, what should you do, what kind of tools you need. This can even talk about equipment. Get going on that. Create a budget. There will be spending, but I promise you will get a huge return on this, okay? So if you've been also wanting to get equipment or get new things to help this business, I promise you will get a return on it. And remember, you can always deduct it, okay? You are going through a transformation. This is the next step in your business. And break the chains, okay? Break the chains. The chains are an illusion. Become the person you want to be, okay? Don't be fearful. Maybe you are also kind of worried because everything's been working. What if I just slip up or I try something new? Don't ever be afraid of that. There's only adventures in business, okay? There's only adventures. And I promise you, this card, again, is one of the best cards to get. So with the Empress, you cannot go wrong. But through this process, it will make you a better business owner, because with the Control, Alt, Delete, you'll see what works and what doesn't work. And maybe a lot of you have been trying to figure out what doesn't work. Through this process, you will figure that out, and it will be amazing because you can put it behind you finally, okay? But amazing spread. I'm excited for you. You're going through a huge transformation right now, and there will be change. Sometimes the change is not exactly, comfortable, but I feel like it doesn't have much longevity to it. I feel like we make a little change here and we see massive returns, okay? So I'm excited. Wow, great, amazing. Let me know what you thought. I wish you all the best. You take care.